Hey folks, and welcome to Drinking Alone with Friends, a podcast where three friends drink alone together. My name's Chris.
What up? It's Todd.
And I'm Obert. How's it going, gentlemen? You ready for Oktoberfest to begin again?
I've been born ready. Honestly, it feels like the longest break between Oktoberfest we've ever had.
It's probably because we're on the bi-weekly recording schedule now, so like you don't
That's
get as much Oktoberfest in, you know?
Well, that and there was a whole year a couple years ago where Oktoberfest just never happened. So Oktoberfest never ended.
Right, we had Oktoberfest for the longest ever on record. Right.
We call those the glory days. The best time in human history, I think, is what a lot of people call it.
Absolutely. But now it's time for spooky season, I think. That's what comes after Oktoberfest.
Yes,
we go right into spooky season.
I think officially, now that we are in October, it's spooky season.
Yeah,
true. I think that's the requirement. Now the ghosts can come out and play.
I know you each have different ways that you like to participate. I think Chris's involves taking candy out of people's trunks, and Todd involves watching scary movies. If I'm correct.
Yep.
I do like to watch scary movies. I don't know about Chris and people's trunks, but that's between him and God.
Well, actually, usually there's a child between him and the trunk.
Right. Yes. Yeah. There's always children involved when we're taking people's candies,
strangers' candy
out of the trunks of their cars. I was actually talking about that with Dana today. I was like, for some reason, I just forgot that we did that last year, and we were talking about getting costumes. I think our costume motif is decided for the year, so we have to go get costumes, and then I think we're gonna go trunking again. That's what we call it.
So what are you gonna be for Halloween?
I believe we're gonna be the cast of the Mario Brothers. So
are you Bowser?
Okay.
Yeah, I am Bowser. Yes, I think I'm pretty well locked in as Bowser, and I want Mac to be Yoshi. It was really convoluted when CJ thought it up earlier, because he said that he was going to be Mario, obviously. My dad, so Grampy, is going to be Luigi. That makes sense.
Sure.
All right.
I'm Bowser. I've always been Bowser, casted as Bowser from the beginning. I think Lucas was going to be Toad. I don't know.
Okay.
I forgot what Mac was not Yoshi at first. I forgot what Mac was, but not Yoshi. And then
Mrs. Beer Dad.
Yeah.
I mean Dana.
And then Dana is Princess Peach. So I don't know. But we've changed roles since then. So except for me.
Okay.
I'm the only one casted originally.
Well, I think you should be Peach.
Well, who's Mario?
Oh no, okay, me and CJ.
Yeah.
Well, Lucas has been upgraded to Luigi.
Sure. And Mac is now Waluigi. No, I think I would suggest getting a cute Goomba costume for Mac. I think that would work
that'd be pretty good too.
Because he's the right color, you know?
That's not bad.
That's true.
I do think Chris is miscast as Bowser. He should be Peach, and Dana should be Bowser. Go full all in.
I think that makes more sense, face heel wise, but
sure, right.
But yeah, so we'll see. We have 28 days as of recording to get everything put into place. So
can you sing the whole Peach song?
I mean, there's not much to it, and obviously, yes, I can. Of course.
Can you play the piano though?
No, I cannot. No, that I cannot do.
Okay. 28 days from today to learn.
I'm gonna have Jack Black come, and all he's gonna do is play the piano for me.
You'll do the sing. You'll perform.
I'll perform the rest of it. I just need him. I need to borrow. Obviously, he wants to take some notes on how to be Bowser. So he's coming to. Yeah, I'm showing him some things. He's gonna play the piano for me. It's this whole thing.
As I'm sitting here, I'm wondering, has Obert actually seen this movie? Does he have any clue what the hell we're talking about?
I know who Mario is.
I'm familiar.
Bowser, I also familiar with that.
It's a me,
etc. But you're not familiar with the storyline of the past Mario Brothers movie.
I've seen the song, so
that's basically it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's, if you were to condense the plot, I've seen the trailer. I think between those 2 minute and a half long clips, I've gotten most of the context that I needed to.
I mean, I would like to say you can stream it on Peacock, thanks to the app Just Watch for letting us know that. But you definitely could do that, so you should definitely do that. It's a good movie. It's worth your time and effort. And I think it's like an hour and a half, so it's not really that much time or that much effort.
Yeah, I'm getting around to it. It's on my queue. So we talked about what Chris is doing for spooky season. Ted, you talked about a movie less spooky than what I was going to guess.
Yeah, I haven't found any good scary movies yet, so still looking.
You did invite me to a haunted house.
I did invite you to a haunted house, and then you said,
are you going to go? Are you planning on getting spooked?
It depends on if I get back from Philadelphia that day early enough to go now.
Okay.
But you weren't going to come either way, so you...
I don't like being spooked as much as you do.
You backed out like a baby.
Yeah, I was crying.
Yeah, you did.
Tears.
You did
big,
curl up in the fetal
wet,
position on the floor.
Tears.
We had to have popcorn come over and lick your face to wake you up. Yep.
Yeah.
No, we're I'm still looking for scary movies, so if you have any recommendations there, listeners, and I know at least one of you, former guest, possible future guest, name rhymes with Mason, will probably give me at least a few recommendations, I'm sure.
Chris is like, I have a jump scare reaction compilation YouTube video for the next hour that maybe you would be interested in.
Is that the only thing Chris watches on YouTube for the entire month is jump scare compilations while taking a shower?
I like Obert. Do not like to get spooked. I'm not a spookable person. Oh, I am spookable, but I don't like being
too spookable. That's the problem.
That's the problem. Yeah. I saw that.
I don't get spooked enough.
Ted, you got to go see Saw X. I saw Saw X is coming out or is out.
Ooh, you should get Mac a Boo costume.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. I like that.
I have not seen the past 6, 8, 7 Saw movies. Saw 1, Saw 2, and I think maybe Saw 3.
I think those are the 3 Saws that I have seen. I've seen those Saws.
Yeah.
I saw the Saw.
But I don't think I've seen any Saws since Saw 4. Like, I don't think I've seen 4 and on.
I saw 4.
I don't know where. So see, you like scary movies.
Yeah, I enjoy thrillers more than horror movies. I think that's, as spooked as I want to get, is a nice psychological thriller.
So it looks like they're all on Amazon Prime.
Scary.
How do you know that, Todd?
There's this app called Just Watch. You should download it and watch it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's also on Hulu, apparently.
The pinnacle of this podcast is when we get Just Watch ads. It's going to be
the last episode.
That's it. We're done.
It's going to be my greatest accomplishment is to get sponsored by Just Watch.
You should reach out.
Apparently, I know this sounds like a dumb statement. Apparently, there's a lot of Saws. Now one would assume that, given that there's
X
Saw 10.
was the 10th Saw.
But there are other Saws that are unnumbered.
I thought there was more than 10, to be honest.
Like,
really?
Saw 3D is not Saw 3. So it's just a Saw.
It's the 3D. Dudley Boys in Saw.
There's also Jigsaw, which is not a Saw movie, but it is a Saw movie.
Oh, that's like the background of him. Got you. Yeah,
very strange.
It's a biopic.
I think they all were biopics. Wasn't like the first Saw about like how he was like dying of cancer? Like I remember that being like the plot of the movie. I think that was at
least one of them. I think that was like the third one. I don't know. Welcome to Drinking Along with Friends, a podcast where we try and recap movies that we watched decades ago. And theorize about what happens in the Saw franchise.
I feel like somebody did this.
We do all October long.
I feel like somebody did this prior and did it better than us. Taking old movies from our childhood and revisiting them, but
doesn't sound right.
Maybe we should make that our new podcast.
I don't remember what happened to it. It just
actually
disappeared.
A decent podcast.
Yeah. You know what? I have a name for it because we're gonna have to destroy people's childhoods. So I think it should be called Destroy My Podcast.
I like that. It's pretty good.
Yeah. With friends. Alone with friends.
Yeah. Wreck My Childhood with Friends, a podcast.
A podcast.
Yeah, because it would be kind of weird if you didn't say what you were wrecking. Like if it was just like Wreck My Podcast,
Right.
That's kind of strange. But like,
Yeah.
No.
like Wreck My Childhood. There's something there.
Alone with Friends, a podcast.
Yeah, a nostalgia podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
I think we're onto something.
Maybe if we added a few more friends,
Put it on a
we had
t-shirt.
like a round table, and we got together but separately, this would be a good thing.
Put it on a t-shirt.
If only we knew somebody who also liked movies.
It's a shame we can't think of a fourth co-host.
Nope. Guess we're out.
I guess beer drinking's where we stay.
Yeah.
Beer drinking's a 3-man's game. Sometimes 4.
Hey, there's a reason why there's 3 handles on the Frosty mug, you know.
That's
They didn't
true.
make
They
it
didn't
like
make
that.
They originally didn't make a 4-handle Frosty Mug of Wisdom. We had to special request that one.
That's true. Yeah.
We grabbed the
Everyone
standard
knows
3 mug
about
off the shelf.
3. Yeah.
We went to the glass blower, and he's like, "No, can't be done." It's like, "Do it, god damn it!"
It's 3 equally spaced handles, and then a 4th one is tacked in there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. No other way. There's no other divisible way to divide a circle into 4.
Nope.
Well, okay, so if we're sticking with the drinking podcast.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of where we're stuck right now.
What do you got for us this week, Chris?
I bet it's a beer. I'm going to go with a sour beer. Now that it's starting to get cold, Chris is going to go back towards, more summer types of beer.
I have a gift from our good friend, Lady Amber Venom, which I know is hooked tied up with beer more recently than me, but until right now, haha. And actually, this is the same brewery as the Strawberry Gusher beer, Strawberry Slusher, I believe is what it was.
The one where no real strawberries were harmed in the making of that beer.
Yes. And this is called the Spanish Marie's Goofy Goober. It's got this like peanut playing witch, peanut guitar playing witch.
What?
Yep, that's what it is.
Oh, okay. It's a witch playing a guitar made out of giant peanut.
Yes, yeah. I don't know how I could have been any clearer, to be honest. But,
Yeah, you're right. That was on me. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like a you problem, Ober.
yeah.
This looks like it's a reference to some media I don't know anything about.
I know there's a snippet in, I think, SpongeBob. Like, I'm a goofy goober. No.
I don't know.
I think.
I saw the can real quick, and she seems like an overly sexualized witch.
Oh, she's hot. Yeah, she's getting it. Daily, nightly, and ever so rightly. So I believe it's supposed to be like a peanut butter and jelly style beer, if I remember.
Based on the purple can and the giant peanut, that tracks.
Solid.
I don't know. I don't see any jelly in there.
So this is a sour beer with peanut butter, strawberry soda, blueberry Concord grape, ice cream, vanilla cherry raspberry. So a lot of stuff in this. It's gonna be thick. It's gonna give me tummy issues, obviously. So, but yeah, I'm excited. She gave me a handful of beers. I already had one. I think I have one more after this, including the slushers, actually. So let's see how it is.
So wait, let me understand this. Were real fruit harmed in the making of this beer?
No, actually, they said blueberry.
But blueberry is not to rehash. What is
there was
not a berry?
Blueberry and Concord grape.
There was cherry, right?
He did not say lime.
He said something funky at the second or last from the end. Was like,
well,
that's a weird fruit.
Oh,
it confused me.
Those were the types of ice cream. I should have.
Oh, okay. So what is the type of ice cream?
Hold on. There's 3 types, it seems, because they're all separated by commas. So ice cream, and then in parentheses, vanilla, cherry, raspberry, commas in between each. So I believe it's those types.
I missed the parentheses.
Yeah, I didn't say the parentheses at first, but
yeah, you got to be more specific when there's parentheses.
You have to say, yeah, I believe, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally means you have to say the parentheses. So I'm pretty sure that's what it means in English.
It means all of those ingredients are multiplied by vanilla.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
But you got to follow it exactly in that order. Have you ever, by the way, quick tangent, cut it if you want, I don't care. But like grown adults that follow PEMDAS like it's like written it drives me bananas, and I have no idea why. Because I don't claim to be a smart man, but like when they're like, I can do multiplication and I have to do multiplication then division. I don't know why it makes me so angry, but I'm like, no, that's not how it works. Anyways,
I never heard of PEMDAS, but that's basically the order of operations you're saying.
Yeah, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Well,
okay. Yeah,
so you're angry that people know how to do math?
No. They don't know how to do math. They do math incorrectly.
You said they
follow it exactly.
They follow it exactly, but it's not exactly because you can do multiplication or division depending on how you read it left to right. I don't like it. They're not. It makes me angry, and
math
just
better people.
Just something I have to deal with at 35 years old, I guess.
I've learned that. I wish I could go back and tell all the teachers from when we were younger when they said, do you think you're going to have a calculator for the rest of your life? And I would like to say, exactly. Actually, I'm going to have one in my pocket that's stronger than the computer anywhere in this building. And I will be able to use my calculator no matter when I need to do math. And in fact, I do math for a living, and I still don't do math in my head. I do it all on a calculator. 2 + 2, I'm typing that shit in a calculator. I got to make sure that it hasn't changed. It's still 4.
I think you're one of the people that Chris has gripes with.
No, because I type it all on a calculator. I know the goal I'm trying to get to.
The calculator does PEMDAS correctly. But anyways, all right. Anyways, gotta. It's a thick boy. It looks brown over the webcam, but it has definitely got some purplish hint to it.
It's a purplish brown.
Yeah.
The most attractive of all drink colors.
Yup. Blocks there is no light getting through this mud. This purple mud over here. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited for this. I've never had Spanish Marie brewing, so we're gonna go ahead and give it a little sippy poo. Thank you again, Lady Amber Venom, for hooking me up and also hanging out with me at Treehouse. So, but here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, what is the malted liquor? What gets you drunker quicker? What comes in bottles or in cans? Beer! Can't get enough of it. Beer! How we really love it. Beer! Makes me think I'm a man.
It's very interesting. I can taste the peanut butter. The peanut butter's there. No ifs, ands, or buts. You get a baseline of peanut butter throughout the whole beer. But on top of it, you get like the lightness from the strawberry soda and the flavors from like the blueberry and the grape, which all kind of like it's really weird. It's like two distinct flavor tracks in your mouth. It's like you got the sweet peanut butter, and then you have like this light, like sort of more crisp soda aspect of it too. And they merge together, and it's oddly good. It's oddly good.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's oddly good.
It's hard to explain, right?
Yeah, it's really hard to explain. It's almost like, because it has some thickness because of that ice cream in there, right? So like it's got a little bit of thickness, but it's almost as if like there's a thick beer and a light beer at the same time. It's really weird. It's good. I like it.
I just found out that I just was reminded that this brewery is in Miami, and I'll be in Miami in 2 weeks. So,
ooh,
I'm gonna, or 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
You should look it up. You should check it out if you have the time. If you're not booked solid like Obert, but like,
yeah, no, we said hi.
So unfortunately, Connecticut's flights to Miami are not the most ideal. So I have to fly down a day early for a meeting the next day, and then because of dinner, I have to fly out the day after. So I will have a lot of downtime in Miami.
Okay.
I mean, there's worse places to have downtime.
Yeah,
it's true.
There's a whole song about it.
If you were like,
they welcome
I'm
you
stuck
to
in
it.
Green Bay.
Yeah, right. Oh man. But this is good. It's very interesting. I like it. I don't know. It's like nothing I've had before.
Do you get a lot of peanut butter?
Yeah, no. I get peanut butter the whole way through. Like the whole.
How many C's? How thick are we talking here? 'Cause it seems like it's thick and not thick at the same time.
Two C's, a moderate thickness.
Yeah, because it looks much thicker than that.
It does, and it's leaving like schmeg on the side of the glass, but like moderate thickness, I'll say. No, it's good. It's good. Probably not a beer I'm gonna have obviously more than one of because I don't have more. But like I probably wouldn't get a second one. You know, like it's one of those definitely on the sweeter side. It's got a little bit of crispness to it from the Fruit. There you go. I was like, what are those non-vegetables called? Fruit.
The vegetables, but sweeter. Summer berries.
We don't know.
We're not getting into it.
Are berries a fruit or are they a vegetable?
Oh no, we're not going.
We'll never know.
Not doing that again.
We'll never know.
Yeah. But it's good. I like it. I'm gonna give it a 4. I think it's interesting. It's definitely different. I enjoy it. I like it a lot.
So, you giving it a 4. What do you think the other 362 people on Untapped gave it?
Oh man, I know nothing, and I don't remember what your beer got a couple weeks ago. I feel like I don't know anything about this brewery. Nothing about it. I think it's gonna be decent. I don't know if it's quite gonna be. Oh shit! Obert's pointing to our tie on the whiteboard. I really gotta hone in. This is my Michael Jordan flu game right here.
Hey Chris, I never got that Venmo to buy this off of me this week.
Oh,
so.
Are you texting? Oh no. Oh damn it. Yeah, you're supposed to blink. I think it's gonna. I don't know. It's weird. It's like hard for me to think it's gonna hit 4. I don't think it's gonna hit 4, but I also think it's gonna hit 4. You know, it's like Pavlov's 4. No, Schrodinger's 4.
Schrodinger's 4.
That's the one.
You got there.
I got there. I figured it out. It's drooling and almost in dead or not dead. I don't know.
I don't think drooling was ever part of Schrodinger.
No, Pavlov.
Yes.
You got to keep up.
I got it.
I'm gonna say. You know what? I'm gonna say it's a 4. I'm gonna say it's a straight up 4. It's got to be.
You're going to stay smack dab in the middle of the 4, huh?
Smack dab in the 4. I can't decide if it's a 4 or not a 4.
Well, I mean, you have left the door wide open for Obert this week.
Damn it.
It's a 426.
Holy shoot. I was not. I wouldn't have even. No, I wasn't even close.
I mean, that door is. Obert, there's not even a door.
He's got to beat you too.
A door frame.
He's got to beat you.
I'm so conflicted because on the one hand, I want me and Chris to both get closer to Ted.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I've never been in second place before. So I just want to win, I guess.
Wow. I would have never put it at a 426. So
out of the 3 options, Obert, your choices are Chris wins, you win, or I lose. Those are the 3 options that you want to happen.
Well, Chris isn't going to win at this point.
I mean, you never know.
He could, but the doors are wide open.
Doors are wide open. Yeah, I don't expect to win this point right here.
I feel personally attacked.
My flu
I don't know
game
why.
is-
I don't know why you guys are so against me.
I just want it to be a competitive game, you know?
Well, there's a game going on. It's just not. I'm just not in it. I'm above it.
All right. Well, okay. I don't know. If let's put the pressure
on the board.
Yeah, 0.26. Let's put the pressure on him, Tud. Put the pressure on him.
All right, I'll go.
This will make for an epic Obert.
I'm gonna get some water.
Obert exact guess.
Yeah, there we go.
Hi guys, this is my podcast now. The other 2 people left, so now you get my voice for, I don't know, maybe like 20, 30 seconds before someone comes back. I just want you to know that I'm your favorite co-host. I like you the most. You should hear these guys when we're not on air. It is terrible. The things they say about your mom and how fat she is. I think your mom is a lovely woman. I should know. I like moms. So, if you're a MILF out there, hit me up. He's back.
It's a fun little message for me for later.
Or the listeners, whatever.
We'll see. I was really thirsty. I was like, man, I need some water.
Don't you hate it when you get to the point where like water is the most delicious thing on earth? You're like, oh great, I am on the brink of death.
All right, so my beer this week is in honor of Obert because he just brought up Treehouse. I'm going to drink a Treehouse beer, but it's not a traditional Treehouse beer. It is it's porter, which I don't know if I've ever had a Treehouse porter before, so something new. It's called 'Tis the Season. 'Tis the Season is our smoke.
It's too early.
Or too late.
Or too late. No, you go. I don't want to interrupt your beer review. I'll complain about Christmas creep after you talk about this beer.
Oh, it is from winter 2022. Huh. I bought this recently.
Wait, what season do you... okay.
I bought this in August. I'm just going to say, I bought it in August.
You bought a beer called "'Tis the Season" in August.
Yeah.
You're like, we're going in the pool. It's hot out.
Listen,
lawn mowing season.
I like porters.
Back to school, baby. 'Tis the season.
I like porters, and not a lot of people do porters. So when I was there for my birthday, I saw that there was a porter. And so I was like, oh, I'll order that. I didn't really think about the name, clearly. Didn't think about the name today when I grabbed it. Also clearly. But 'Tis the Season is their smoked robust porter. Brewed with a complex assortment of chocolate, caramel, and smoked malts, it carries an immense amount of character and intrigue fitting for the season. Pouring a pitch black color in a glass with a dense and rocky head, 'Tis the Season tastes like melted chocolate bars, dark caramel, and molten toffee with a pleasant whisper of campfire smoke throughout. Hearty, rich chocolateful, which is not a word, but good job, Treehouse, and easy to drink, 'Tis the Season pairs perfectly with the cool weather. Perfect for a day where it reached 82 degrees in Connecticut.
Well, I thought they were really going to go over the top with the Christmas references. So talking about campfires, it's not that out of range.
Yeah, it's porter. Listen, I know hashtag it's always stout season, but there is a porter season, and it is now. The fall is porter season. When it starts to get a little cool, but you don't want to go full into stouts, porters are perfect. This baby weighs in at 6.2 ABV. No, 8.2 ABV, so we have to discuss whether or not this actually is a porter. And it was canned for winter of 2022, so it's almost a year old.
Nicely seasoned.
The can art is pretty cool. It is a picture of their of some like tent in the woods. Kind of reminded me of the OG treehouse, like before like the treehouse that we even all went to. There was another one that was in somebody's backyard, and it kind of looked like that. They should go back then. Beer was better wherever that was.
Is now, if I'm going to look this up on Untapped, do I have to put it in "'Twas the Season"?
No, tis. Apostrophe T-I-S. The best part about seasons is that, even though they pass, they do come back around each year. Until you die. And then they still happen, but they just don't happen with you.
How poetic.
So, as it did say, as the can said, this does pour pretty dark. You are not seeing light through that. I mean, you could hit the T-Rex with a truck, and the T-Rex would still have no idea you hit it. Besides the fact that it'd be in pain. Head stuck around pretty well. Kind of dark and scary. See, it is October. Spooky.
Ooh, watch out for the T-Rex.
Yeah, exactly. Dark and spooky head. This is... You know what's really exciting? Tangent during my beer review. It's almost Witch Meadow season.
That's a great time of year.
When does that come out?
That makes me happy. Sometime this month.
Maybe when I'll be in Connecticut. That would be great.
Maybe you can buy me my bottles this year and drop them off on my porch.
That would be sweet.
And mine.
Although there's a limit, right? You can only buy so many.
I can order them and you can pick them up for me. That's the best part about 2023. We have the technology. So, on the nose, it smells like a campfire. It's just that smoky, portery smell. And I hope when I say that, the listeners now have tried enough beers where they know what a porter smells like. But it doesn't have that stout smell. It has that porter smell, where it's kind of a little bit more toasty malt versus dark malts, if that makes any sense.
It does.
Yeah.
This thing came from malts that smoked like 6 packs a day for like 20 years. Not
It's Crystal.
No, Crystal's the high pitched southern draw.
So it's base malt.
I hear she's pretty hot.
It's smoky malt. I'm gonna say probably a smoky base, right? I mean, that's kind of how it. I'd imagine that's how it goes. I don't know. Sure. Whatever. Let's taste it and try it. So definitely on compared to a stout, it's on the thinner side. I don't get melty chocolate bars. I do get a lot of toffee and I do get a lot of smoke. Yeah, it's really good. Definitely a lot of smoke heavy, toffee heavy, no chocolate really to speak of. It's not even really that sweet. It's kind of a little bit more dry. And I think that's just given the smoked malts that are in here. Really good representation of it, though. I have to say the one knock I have, or another knock I have on Treehouse, is similar to what I have, similar to my knock on Burial, where Burial has like the stupid names that seem like they come out of a book. Treehouse's descriptions of their beer could be novels in and of themselves, where you're like, oh, I'm trying to chase whatever they were tasting. It's like, I don't taste that at all.
Yeah, I hear you. Sometimes they get a little too ahead of themselves.
Yeah. At least I can remember the names of Treehouse beers, unlike Burial. But this is good. It is very dry. And I think that's just due to the smoke flavor. It just has that kind of dry mouthfeel to it. Perfectly carbonated, and it's a good beer. I would not consider this a winter beer. I'm actually kind of happy that I'm drinking this in October versus December, because in December I want something a little thick. I'm trying to pack on the calories, become that heat machine, not not trying to get swole for summer. So I'd be kind of upset if I popped this in the winter and was like, oh, it's not going to help me out on the calories. This is kind of light and refreshing. This is a good trick-or-treat beer. Walking around, going trunk to trunk with your kids, this would be a good beer to drink, Chris.
I mean, you should send me like a care package, like a treehouse care package.
In fact, I know somebody who's going there in a couple weeks. I mean, maybe you could ask him.
Just like, you know what? You can make one in your house. Just throw some stuff in a box, slap a label on it, send it on down.
Sure, you were here. You had all the this beer was in that fridge. You chose that it was not the season. I'm gonna give it a 4. Solid representation of the beer.
Nice.
Okay. So I have it pulled up here on Untapped.
Okay.
And I want you to look back at the can to the last paragraph. And I want you to look back at the word that you said was chocolateful. And I want you to read it to me again.
Hearty, rich. Hang on. I gotta turn on a light. Alexa, turn on Office. Characterful. All right. So I will say, in my defense, and you can't see this on the
right. It's
thing.
Obviously easier to read on the app than on
the right. See this white right there? That's
the
where the
art obstructing the word.
Yeah, that's where the word characterful is, and you kind of lose the word in the white background.
Okay, I just wanted to, because you called Treehouse out about making up a word. I wanted to set the record straight.
Okay, they did not make up the word chocolateful. Now I've made up the word chocolateful, and I like it. Didn't like it when they did it. I like it when I do it.
Is characterful a word? I feel like that's just as much of a made up word as chocolateful.
I have no idea. You know what? I'm done. I made up my word of the day. Chocolateful. To be full of chocolate.
That is added to the language. He's done.
Well, in the last year,
similar to Bootylicious, soon Chocolateful will take over.
That's your next homebrew. That's what you should name it.
It'll
be like a
Chocolateful Bootylicious.
Yeah, it'll be like a strawberry sour. Okay. So over the past year, there have been 2,213 check-ins.
It's not a lot.
The average is
for a treehouse.
No, it's not.
Beer. But that's because it's a porter, and nobody orders treehouse porters. They don't go to treehouse for the porters. Still have hot pipe, right? I don't know.
All right, time passes.
I guess I'm gonna stick right around like my guess, and I don't want to do a 4.0 like Chris does, because that's a rookie score, but like 4.01.
Closer than it would have been if you stuck with Chris's guess, but it's a 4.07.
Okay.
0.06, small window, but still enough to squeeze through.
Well, Obert, you did send me that Venmo request while we were talking, so
for $407.
Yeah, so I had to leave that window open for you a little bit.
All right, he's on the board.
So yeah, I guess it's up to Obert. Obert, can you overtake Chris today? Is the question.
We are about to find out.
I have confidence in you.
He's gonna. What is it? Who did the legs? Who is? Damn it! Red Sox player who did bad. Ball between the legs.
What are you talking about? Oh, Bill Buckner?
He's going to Buckner it.
So I was a little conflicted on what beer to bring today. This is the beer I was going to bring. This is the Fremont Field to Ferment series. It's their fresh hop beer. Every year, this time, again, like you were saying, Ted, it's like really the best time of year to drink beer, because we have Oktoberfest. We have some of those more robust porters and stuff coming back, but also it's hop harvest time. And I love me a fresh hop beer. It just like, you can really taste all the beautiful, juicy, hoppy goodness in there. So I was going to bring this Field to Ferment, but I think I did the same exact beer last year. And even though it's a new hop blend, how much more is there to say about it? And also, I did have one, I had one from the same 4-pack previously, and I thought it was just okay and not really worth talking a lot about. I do love fresh hop beers. I encourage everyone to go out and try and find them. Again, Fremont does one, Breakside. Sierra Nevada has their celebration ale. Check your local beer store for fresh hop beers. Ask your friendly beer clerk.
I literally just typed in.
Now's the time.
I literally just typed in fresh hot beers and Untapped to see what was near me.
Yeah. Well worth, especially if you're in the northwest latitudes like me, where there's a lot of hops, local hops.
Oh, that means Born Again Yesterday is back.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's Lagunitas.
I love that beer.
Yeah. But so I instead of bringing you this other beer, because I thought it would be more fun to talk about. It's a beer I haven't had before. It's by a brewery I had on the show probably over 100 episodes ago. This is by BAM Brewing, which is by all means. This is from their brew lab. They are out of Billings, Montana. They just started distributing up to Northwest Montana. So excited to have them back on the show. This is their Phantasm Double IPA. It says their Alpha King entry, which I don't know what that means. So a couple interesting things going on here, but let me pour this beer and then we'll talk about them. Did you find any fresh hop beers near you, Todd?
I did not. Doesn't mean they don't exist, but...
Yeah, I didn't know about them until I moved out here, where it's a lot more common. Local breweries sometimes do like a community hop harvest thing, which is a lot of fun. Yeah, I also found out, by the way, I think there's another brewery moving into Whitefish, which I'm excited about because it's within walking distance of me. So it's a local brewery that's expanding called, I believe this is Sunrift is expanding. They're from Kalispell. This will be another location for them. And the sign is up on the building. Now they just have to put all the things that have beer inside.
Did they ever fill that brewery space in downtown Whitefish that went out of business?
They did. That is now called ROCKSTAR, which is a brew pub that sells Jeremiah Johnson beer. I don't like to make enemies on the podcast, so we'll leave it at that. All
right. You want me to call them out? I'm good at calling out breweries. They generally really like it.
Yeah. No, this town's got, I said I'm going to go on and rate it 5 stars on Google Maps. So all the tourists go there and leave the places I like to be alone.
Yeah. Give all those 1-star ratings.
Yes. Yeah.
That way nobody goes there.
But okay, let me read you this little flavor descriptor here. It says it's got a robust, captivating hop bouquet rich in citrus, tropical fruit, and berry. And then in parentheses, it says blueberry, raspberry, and gooseberry notes. It also says the flavor profile takes center stage with prominent ruby red grapefruit tones accompanied by hints of pine and lychee. And then this is the part I thought was interesting. The magic of Phantasm's Sauvignon Blanc touch creates an invigorating, thirst-inducing dryness that beckons another sip. So, Mike, did they brew this with wine or with just Sauvignon grapes? Yeah, so I'm excited. I win the award today on the podcast for most likely to be eaten.
Oh, yeah.
Because T-Rex, yeah, forget about it. Just you would be dead in an instant.
Although I did not see you put the light up to it.
Good call.
You do the deer in a headlight test.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to prove your theories.
Fair. Very, very strong fruit notes on the nose tastes. The grapefruit especially. I get that bitter grapefruit immediately on the nose, which the last BAM beer I had also had those same notes. Interesting. Cheers, guys. Whoa. This is intense. This is I also paid $8 for the single can in the beer singles. Kind of a lot for one can of beer.
For one can?
Yeah.
That is pricey, yeah.
It was like $28 for the 4-pack or something like that.
Cheese and rice.
Yeah. It's like, I'll go with one, but gotta do it for the pod, you know?
Yeah.
For the 3-handled Frosty mug. So, okay, right away, I get what it's saying about the dryness, because it really leaves a very clean palate. Leaves you going back for more and more sips, as evidenced by the lack of haziness here. Citrus, check. The grapefruit, I get much more on the nose, but I mean, the smell just kind of complements the flavors. I don't think I've ever had lychee, but I've had lychee flavored stuff, and this checks out. It's just that overripe fruit.
Do you get gooseberries? Do you taste the goose?
I can't taste the gooseberry. I don't know what a gooseberry is.
No honking.
Maybe. The back of my brain, there's a little tiny honk going off. Doesn't taste like 8.8%. This is a very smooth drinker. Really, really, really good. Probably the most inventive IPA I've had in at least the last 6 months. Just really well balanced and layered. You know, it was easy when I poured a beer and saw how haze free it was. I was like, oh, this is probably going to be a relatively straightforward beer, not too complex. But it was anything but that. Yeah, it's working really well. It's a beer you got to think about. It's a beer that's a sipper and you just kind of enjoy. It's something that you would indulge in, not maybe like, I don't feel like I needed the whole 4-pack. I think that just one of these was great because it's such a unique experience and it's not like something that I would need to drink over and over again. It's just a very unique beer. But yeah, so this is solid 4.25.
Okay, wow.
It's not, even though it has all of those great flavors, it's not like that's my favorite things in an IPA, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Which, you know what, it reminds me kind of like, I don't know if it's the Voodoo Ranger series or
that can't be good. When you start comparing things to Voodoo Ranger.
Or the Fresh Squeezed series.
Yeah.
But I think one of those has like a grapefruit IPA. You know, or like kind of like the Sculpin, grapefruit Sculpin.
Yeah.
Like Ballast Point stuff.
Yeah. I've had other beers like that, but none of those were pulled off that. Those were like too sweet and like single flavored. This, again, really layered with all of these different fruit flavors that I'm really enjoying. I'm guessing there's like 12 check-ins, so I don't have a rating to guess, but it's good job, Bam. I really like this beer. I think, like I said, you really went out on a limb here. I hope this wins some awards for you at some competition, because I could see this is like a beer brewed for a judge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's good. It's really good.
Cool. Well, you were close. There's 19 check-ins.
Okay. Does it give you an average?
It does give me an average. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, it gives me an average. So,
were there 18 check-ins 20 minutes ago? Did somebody tamper with the average here? No. Okay. I think I'm shooting in the dark here, but 405.
Nope.
Sorry, it's 412. You lose by 0.07.
It's 4.11.5. No,
what is it really?
So actually, believe it or not, you come in third place tonight. It's a 4.34.
Wow.
Good
job.
As soon as I saw 19 and 4.34, I'm like, he's never gonna get it.
Yeah.
Never gonna get
a chance.
Not gonna get a chance. So
I went safe. I mean,
it's
easy to see, right? Like, I gave it a 4.25.
Right.
I was flirting with higher.
It sounded really good. I mean,
yeah,
I would drink
you
it.
Put the right 19 people on Untapped.
Those 19 people loved it, though. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah. And one final note: it's warming up, and that flavor profile is still evolving, and the citrusy bite, the grapefruit bite, is kind of fading away, and the more of the creamier sweetness is coming out, and it's, again, really, really tasty. So I like beer, guys. It's a good thing to drink. It's a good thing to have a podcast about, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think we say that enough on the show. Beer's really good.
It is.
Beer is
I do
good.
enjoy beer.
Beer is good.
And stuff.
Beer is good.
I will say, so speaking of beer being good and stuff, I will say that as I become more of an elder statesman, I find that I cannot drink as much beer as I once did. So in those situations, I tend to drink maybe like a good beer, and then I go to like a Truly now, and I have like a Truly or two, and then I'll have another beer. But I find that my body enjoys that a lot more.
The next day, that at the moment of, like, what is it about the Truly sandwich that works so well for you?
I think it's just not as heavy. So my body is just like, oh, it's a little bit lighter. You know, it's a hard seltzer, or, you know, if it's a you know, just I would say a hard seltzer equivalent drink is a nice little way to break up the bread bomb that is a beer.
Yeah, as opposed to the shots of vodka.
You could do that.
Put a shot of vodka in your beer.
Kill two birds with one stone there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Think big.
All right, so it's that time in the episode. We head over to the Frosty Mug of Wisdom, where a guy who stole our very good podcast idea wrote a song entitled The Frosty Mug of Wisdom. where we share all of our life hacks, our wisdom, our keys to eternal happiness, that kind of thing with you. Let's go there. Let's get that Frosty mug. Jordan, take it away.
Test your handle. Test your handle. Test your handle. Test your handle. Mug of wisdom! Drink. Mug of wisdom!
All right. Thank you, Jordan and Tud. Honk, 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 honk. Another point on the board. You're 41st.
41.
Yeah, how does it feel?
Feels good. You guys should eventually try to get here. It's a good feeling.
We've been tied for like three episodes now.
I mean, by the time you guys get to here, I'll be at, like 67, but it's okay. You guys,
It's very much a like Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote situation where we could be on episode 6,000 of the show and we'll always be 5 points behind you.
yeah, Mimi, that's me. Mimi.
I think though you're a little too talkative to be a Roadrunner.
I mean, last week I did half the episode in German.
I know. It was very weird. Okay, so you won.
I won.
Here is a Frosty mug. It's empty. It's got 3 handles. It's covered in frost.
So as is
What do you want to do
tradition,
with it?
Chris has to go first. It's happened 41 times. I can't allow
Pass.
it. Or it's happened 40 times. I can't allow it to not happen the 41st time.
I pass.
Can't pass. Fortunately, that's not how it works.
Okay, I'll go.
There we go.
Nope. Nope.
I passed.
Chris doesn't have a handle.
I never have a handle.
He's going to have a handle in about 30 seconds, and then he's still going to say, I don't know.
So my handle this week, I had to do super user training with some coworkers today. And I'm going to teach you guys how to become super users. No, my handle this week is I have a compilation of scary jump scare reaction video that I want to share with you for your next shower. Okay, handle for real. Watched a couple of TV shows based on Japanese manga recently, which is a first for me. Not a genre I've ever been into, but the Netflix live action adaptation of One Piece. I just finished season 1. It just came out. I don't want to give too much away because I went into the show completely blind, but the premise of the show is that you're following the main character, Monkey D. Luffy, is someone who wants to become king of the pirates in this world where it's basically like water world. It's a whole ocean world. There's pirates sailing all over. There's ships all over. And it's just like this like goofy little kid grows up and he says, I want to, someday I'm going to be the king of the pirates. You should watch the trailer, and it involves a lot of swashbuckling and some funny supernatural abilities that I wasn't expecting. Some like very interesting bad guys. Like there's like every bad guy has a theme. So it's like, oh, this is the clown bad guy, and his whole ship is a clown, and he has like a weird circus going on. And I realize now that I'm doing a terrible job selling the show, but the thing that hooked me the most is the magnetism of the main character, Luffy. He just is like such a happy-go-lucky, good-spirited guy that basically gets his crew because he's just a super nice guy. And even though he wants to be king of the pirates, he like is a good guy and a good pirate, and like tries to say, just because you're a pirate doesn't mean you have to be evil or anything like that. It's 8 episodes. It was just like a lot of fun and has me reevaluating, because I've always not been into the whole anime thing. And this isn't an anime, it's a live action show. And they pulled it off really quite well. There's a lot of critical praise for how they performed the show. So check out the trailer. I didn't think I was like, I'll give it an episode. And I just like in typical Netflix fashion, just binge watched all 8 episodes, and it was really good. I can't wait for season 2.
Is there a second season coming, or is there already a second season out?
It was one of those shows that they like, season 1 was such a popular hit that they like announced immediately that they're renewing it for season 2. So you gotta wait a year for season 2, but it's coming.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on Twitch that have been suggesting this, and I'm also, I know I play Pokemon for a living, which is an anime, but I don't tend to, outside of Pokemon and like a few other of the mainstream ones, I tend not to like anime as well, or I don't know, it's not my cup of tea, but a lot of people have been talking about it. One Piece is a very, very popular and apparently really long anime. Like there's like thousands of episodes.
There's like a bajillion episodes, and
but
I guess in the Netflix show they condensed like 50 of the comic books into like one season.
Oh, there you go. So, yeah, but I've heard very good things. So I guess
I'll say the only thing I've ever watched that's anime, outside of Pokemon when I was a child, was I tried to watch The Last Airbender on Netflix, which is like the one from like Nickelodeon, I think. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't end up sticking with it.
And again, this isn't animated, right? It's a live action show,
right,
which I think helped a lot for me to make it a lot more approachable.
That's fair.
I don't think I would have watched it if it was an anime, but as a live action, I really enjoyed it. Okay, so Chris, you have a handle.
I do have a handle now. Took me a minute.
Here is this 1/3 full, slightly less frosty mug.
All right, I have a handle. Now, I've recently stumbled across a new TikTok channel, and actually, I'm gonna check right now to see if he's on YouTube. I know for all you YouTubers out there, see if I can watch anything in the shower or something like that. He is, but not the videos that I watch. So no. Well, I recently stumbled across this golfer named Danny Sinicki. We'll put a link to his TikTok in the show notes. But what has hooked me is him and his friends have started recording and posting mini golf tournaments. Like I don't know, like every TikTok. It's like, I don't know, what, 3-minute TikToks, and it's like two or three holes every TikTok. And I don't know why. Like it's so much fun to watch. I enjoy watching them play mini golf. And you get like, I don't know, I'm Team Eddie, like I'm Team Eddie, like Eddie's my guy. So, but it's literally just like him voicing over, shots from him and his friends. And like, I don't know, it's so, I get excited when he comes across my feed. I'm like, yes, okay, what's up with holes 3 and 4? I got to figure out what's going on. So
is he like a pro golfer?
It looks as, now I only know him.
From his mini
golf fame. But now that I'm looking at his actual YouTube channel, it looks like he does play actual golf, and I'm sure if I dig into the depths of his TikTok, but it seems as though they blew up over the last like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and I've been really enjoying it. I've been really enjoying watching like all the mini golf they've done. I don't know how many turns I think they just finished up number 14, I think. And I
feel like you must live in like Orlando or like Myrtle Beach to have access to that many mini golf courses.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. But I don't know if you're ever looking for, if you like watching people putt around little things with like he does like his own little voiceover and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just really enjoy it. I really like it. It's a lot of fun, and passes the time. I know we were talking earlier about passing time on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and stuff, but.
So as someone who is very ignorant of TikTok and lives in a state where it is banned,
that's true. You're not allowed to have TikTok.
Can I just like go to this guy's page and just watch all of his videos, or do I just have to like wait for it to come across my page?
No, you can go directly to his page and start at the beginning of tournament 1, hole 1, and just keep watching the whole way through if you wanted to, but yeah, it's I think they did 12 tournaments for their first season, and then they did their first major, and then they just did tournament 1 of season 2 one. So but
spoiler,
I know.
Jeez.
I hate to ruin it for you, but
I'll bleep that out. Don't worry.
Someone won. But you should, if you have a chance, except for Obert, if you don't live in Montana, check it out.
I have no interest in watching PGA golf. I would absolutely watch a mini golf tournament.
I'm a little sad he doesn't have him on YouTube or anything. I wonder if he has him on the Insta or something. I don't know, but yeah, you should definitely check it out if you can. Sneak across the border, download TikTok illegally.
Go over to Canada where I can watch things on TikTok.
Get a VPN.
There you go.
And say you're in like Connecticut.
All right.
There we go. Danny Sinicki on TikTok watches his mini golf videos.
So like you can't even click that and watch it?
Oh, I think I can. Let's see. Yeah, I can get to his page. Oh, I like how it shows the score. Oh, these are like legit holes. Like this is a good course. You know what? Before we go over to Todd, I just have to say, I went to a local mini golf course that just opened up within the last year, and I'll drive by it pretty often. I'm like, I want to go check it out. Not a good design. Like they put obstacles in a way where they were not between you and the hole whatsoever. So it's like just a decoration on the course. Like, what is the point of this? Why do you have like a little rough section and a sand section in a spot you would never putt into? Like, this doesn't make any sense. It wasn't very well designed course, and maybe what was the place in Norwich when we were kids growing
Putts
up?
Up Dock.
Yes, that place was awesome.
Yeah,
it had a big volcano in the middle, and like every 20 minutes it would erupt, and you could like feel the heat off of the volcano.
I also had bumper boats.
Yeah,
I haven't been mini golfing in years. This has made it. I was like, I wish I had friends. I would do exactly this. I would go.
I think the last time I mini golfed was with you, Chris.
Oh, that's right, in Nashville. Oh my God,
Tennessee.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think I forgot all about that. So yeah, that was the last time that admittedly was 5 years ago. But wow, yeah.
You should take your family, your whole Mario family.
We should.
Your tribe.
I should do that. That would be fun. The boys would like it, I think. I don't know, or they hate it. I don't know, too.
All right, sorry, Todd. You can go now.
Yeah, no problem. So before I go, I actually have a question for the listeners, and maybe you guys can help me too.
We're gonna wait for a response.
This is a stress ball.
You look like you've been very stressed, Todd.
No, but it's moldable. Like you can like stretch it and like.
Oh, okay. It's like a clay forming thing almost.
Yeah, it's filled with like this like hard gel, and like you can like
putty.
Yeah, you can like squeeze it, and it holds the shape of whatever you squeeze it into. Well, this one is originally football shaped. I've had this thing for years, and I finally put a hole in it, and I want to buy a new one. But when you type in stress ball on any of the major websites, you get those like the balls that like you squeeze and it returns back to its shape. I want one of these. I want a moldable stress ball. It doesn't have to be football shaped. I would prefer it to be football shaped or basketball shaped or some type of, sport ball shape, but it doesn't have to be. I'm not sold on the fact of keeping the moldable ball or the sport ball shaped moldable ball. I want a moldable ball though. So if you know this, if anybody out there knows what these are called, go to the Discord and tell us about it, because I want to know.
I think I got you, Ted. The key word in your search that you're missing is fidget. Put in fidget into your search, and put moldable or stress, whatever. That'll get you pointed in the right direction.
I don't. All right, we're gonna do this afterwards. I'm curious to know what you found. My handle this week.
I just typed in squishy ball fidget, and that's not the right thing, but it's closer.
I don't think so.
You don't think it's closer?
No.
They're like the ones that like you squeeze them and they gush out all the sides, not like the
I want
foam compressible ones. But
I
know what you want. Yeah.
It's filled with like a hard like molasses style gel. Anyways, if you know what it's called, go into the Discord and write over there. My handle this week is, I guess, a little, it's a little, it's focused. It's hyper focused, and it's this thing that's on the back of my chair right now. It's a headrest. But
this is like a Chris handle right here.
But it's made by Atlas Headrest. It's a third-party headrest manufacturer that manufactures headrests for Herman Miller chairs. Herman Miller famously does not have headrests for their chairs, and you have to buy them separately. So with my nice, awesome chair that I just bought in May, it did not come with a headrest. So I ordered this thing, and I got it this week, and it is incredible. It's built. It attaches to the chair almost like it was built right on it. Super comfortable. goes up and down, it goes back and forth. The color on the back, which I can't show you guys because I'm sitting in the chair currently, but the color of the back of my chair is all blue. And this matches the blue perfectly because I told them the color of my chair. And they do have like a license contract with Herman Miller to make these headrests. So if you happen to sit in a Herman Miller chair, whether it's the M-Body that I have or an Aeron or any of the other Herman Miller chairs, I think you sit in a Herman Miller chair or a Steelcase chair. I'm sure there's a brand out there for Steelcase as well, but Atlas headrests for Herman Miller chairs, if you own one, go buy a headrest. It's one of the greatest things, it's one of the greatest additions to my chair that I've made.
Change your whole sitting game.
It has. Yeah, now I can relax my head and I don't hurt my neck.
I think this is kind of like Tud's corner. He has like sitting accessories. It's a big part of Tud's like comfort level. Like you're very picky, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like you know what you need, but like you definitely have very specific requirements for your whole seating arrangement, especially in front of your computer. Oh yeah, I sit at this desk for over 40 hours a week, every week. This desk needs to be comfortable. And I've made it. There's still some things like, I just bought this light, for example, that you see illuminating my lovely face now. I didn't have that up until today, so I'm still working on it, but we're getting there. Very cool. So yeah, put a link to that company in those show notes.
Yes. So with that, we'd like to thank you all for listening. I will thank Treehouse for 'Tis the Season, a smoked robust porter that does not say Chocolateful on the can.
I would like to thank Spanish Marie and Lady Ambervenom for their Goofy Goober.
And I want to thank By All Means for their Phantasm Double IPA.
Please make sure you head over to social media and follow us everywhere at DAWF Podcast. Also make sure you follow the email at DAWFpodcast@gmail.com. Again, if you know the name of this stress ball that I'm looking for, head over to the Discord. Post it in there. Let me know. Can you put a picture of that in our Discord so that people can have some reference? I mean, I think you described it pretty good, but maybe when somebody sees it, they'll be like, I know exactly where to get that. It was at Dollar General 7 years ago. Sure. Perfect. I'll post it in there so you guys know what it looks like. But even if you don't know what it is, come join the live conversation over there. Also, head over to Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You can subscribe and get extra episodes of Drinking Alone with Friends over there for your viewing and listening pleasure. Or listening pleasure, not viewing pleasure. You're not going to see anything. And finally, head over to your favorite social media or your favorite podcast app and leave us a 5-star rating and a review. It does help a lot for people to leave reviews because it helps people find us when they're looking for podcasts. And if you want to spread the word verbally while you're traveling around town, talking beer, tell them to come listen to our podcast because we'd be happy to have them too. And with that, my name's Dud.
My name's Chris.
And I'm Obert. And remember, if you're drinking alone, do it with friends.
I want this stupid stress ball. I want a new one.
Yeah, I would definitely play with one of those all day if I was at my desk and had it. That seems like a pretty good stress ball. Do you feel like it relieves your stress though?
I mean, I'm kind of sad it broke because I use it all the time. I don't know if it actually relieves it.
Now you're stressed because you don't have it. So
exactly.
It's like you didn't realize that you needed the stress relief. That's what it was.
I mean, it seems like you've already made that plan.